Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me in this brief vulnerability demonstration. For this video, we will be exploiting a vulnerability found in the VSFTPD software installed in our target. This vulnerability allows us to gain remote access control of the machine, and additionally, it provides us full root level access to the system. Now, during this demonstration, we will be obtaining credential hashes of a target user that was designated for the scope of this work. And additionally, we will be exfiltrating a file that was also designated during the scope of work for this penetration test. Now, without further ado, let us begin. The first thing we want to do is establish that we have access to the machine, and we also want to verify that the software version we're exploiting is the vulnerable one. So to do that, we're going to be running a quick send map scan on the target host. So let's just do that. It'll take a second here. While this is running, we're going to switch here to our Metasploit framework software, and we're going to be searching for the software to see if there are any vulnerabilities available just deployed and exploit. So let's do a quick search for VSFTPD. And as we can see, there's one available, and it's for the exact version that we're looking for. Now it looks like our SendMap scan is completed. This confirms that we have connectivity to the machine, and we can also observe that the software with the vulnerability we will be exploiting is installed on the machine. Now, this vulnerability, we originally found it during our previous vulnerability scan. And here's just a quick look at that result. And as he highlights here, it is a backdoor vulnerability. So let's just go back to our Metasploit window here. So now that we have found there's one available, we're going to select it by using use 0. And now we are going to find out which options we need to configure. So as we can see, the only option that we have to configure is this rhost. So we're going to set that as our target machine. And once that it's done, we can just go ahead and exploit it. Now, the way this exploit works, the first time that the exploit reaches the target host, it creates a chain of reactions in the backend of the software, and it tells the software to open an additional port, and this port is actually 6200. Once it does that, the next time we run the exploit, it will connect. As we can see here, let's see, it gives us connectivity on port 6200, which is what the backdoor uses. Also, it is important to notice that it's giving us access to the root account. And we can confirm that by just doing a quick who am I command. And there you go. So now that we're logged in as root, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just quickly upgrade the shell that I'm connected here. And this is just to gain a little bit more stable shell with some additional functionality. So we're just going to do this and upgrade to a Python shell. Now that we do this, let's just run a quick ls command, and we can see that we have access to the system. The next thing I'm going to do is grab the hash of the user that I'm going to be cracking. So let's just do a quick cat shadow. This file contains all the user accounts and their respective password hashes. And for my assignment, I'm going to be cracking this account. So I'm simply going to do a quick copy here and paste. And I'm going to save this on my desktop. Now that I have done this, the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to begin to crack this hash. So what I'm going to do here is going to do this using John the Reaper. And this is going to be using so let's run this. Okay, that was fairly fast. So now that this is complete, we can simply do a John show and we can see the account and the password, which is actually only 2 characters. So now that we have cracked the password that we were assigned, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to exfiltrate a file. And the file that we're going to be exfiltrating from this machine is going to be located under the red team folder. So let's just go here real quick. We're going to be looking for the student tree file. And we're going to be copying this file from the target device to our machine. So to do this, I am simply going to do a SCP command, and I'm going to be connecting to the server. And in this case, I'm actually going to be using the account that we just hacked. And this also provides us the ability to reconnect to the server using an additional account in case our exploit gets patched in the future. So we have a valid way of connecting. So let's just do this here. And we're going to type that password, which was simply 3C. And as we can see, now we have this my password here. So let me just minimize some things here. And as we can see, there is the file. And if we want to verify that it is the exact same file, we can do a cat pass on the server, and we can see that the data is the same. So with that being said, we were able to confirm that the vulnerability exists and how critical it is. This vulnerability grants anybody full root access to the server, and from there on, they can do just about anything they wish. It's highly recommended to stop the service right away and to patch it immediately. With that being said, thanks everyone for taking the time. Have a good day.